Hello everyone, it's KaloaGames here today, and today we're doing another challenge. This challenge was created by Ninni, and she's a streamer, a Sims 4 streamer, I think. I'm not sure if she streams other games. But she made a challenge for this month. It's about building a wedding venue. So she has 4 themes for that you can choose for the venue. She has the traditional chapel, tropical beach, rustic barn, or gothic manor. I chose the tropical beach one, and the rules are: 1. Pick a theme. 2. Use any lot size and lot type you see fit. And unlimited budget and any packs. Also, another rule is no custom content, and to upload it to the gallery using the hashtag Ninni Wedding, where you can find other cool venues. I checked when I uploaded this one. I checked for other venues and there were some really cool ones. There weren't a lot, but that's understandable because the deadline for this challenge is until the 28th. So I'm guessing a lot of people are just taking their time. But I really wanted to make this video for today, since tomorrow is Valentine's. I know some people say it's not a holiday. Some people say it is a holiday. I just wanted to build a wedding venue because the other day I was trying to get my Sims married, and I always, when I get Sims married, there's always something missing and the venue is never complete, and so I wanted to make one myself. So I guess you can already guess the theme I chose from those 4. I chose the tropical beach theme because I really like the beach, and I think weddings in beaches are just really nice and like more relaxed than traditional weddings, which I really like. So my first idea was to have everything outdoors, but then I decided that I kinda needed to build a building of some sort, to have bathrooms and a little kitchen, so the caterer, or you, if you forgot to make the wedding cake at home, you can make the cake. Because always the weddings in the Sims, you have to eat cake, guests have to eat food, and it's a whole thing. So here are the bathrooms. They look pretty dark now, but they do look a little bit better later on. This is the kitchen. It's pretty small, but you don't need much. I just put the chef station so it would look more like not your home kitchen kind of kitchen, you know. Also adding some lot traits because I think it's nice. Because you just can complete stuff better and just, I don't know, have the whole vibe of the venue help you with what you want to achieve, which is get married in this case. So that's basically the kitchen. I don't really change it after this point. We do change the wallpaper and the roof tiles, because it was just looking a bit too cabin in the woods where you would get murdered kind of vibes. So I decided to lighten it up a little bit. So I already made like the where the wedding ceremony is gonna take place, with all the chairs. Of course, those might be too many chairs for the Sims because there's usually not that many Sims in a wedding. But I think it looks nice with many chairs. And now we're just making like the dining area with the tables. I end up removing like 2 of those tables because it was just too much and nothing was fitting. I also really wanted to have a grand piano here because I feel like that's just like a very classic thing to have. And I love piano music, so yeah. The wedding arch I used is just a very simple one. It's a base game one. I didn't want anything too complicated because I feel like that's not the important part at a wedding. It's to have a nice time with you and your loved ones. So I'm just reinforcing the pathway because it looked a little bit too... The stones look a little bit out of place just in the grass. But I kind of like that they look a little bit out of place because they give your eye a clear sight of where you're going. I don't know. I like the stones. Here I'm just doing a rim of flowers because I just felt like we didn't have enough flowers, but I didn't just want to put flower arrangements everywhere because that can look kind of repetitive, and I don't really like flower arrangements that much. I like flowers to be like in a more natural state usually. Here I'm making a little photo booth, which I really like to do for some of my event kind of builds. In gameplay, I do change the background to, I think it's called like nature or something, and it looks better. I mean, I do think it looks pretty nice already. And I did take some photos with the photo booth that you will see in the screenshots. And now I'm making like the entrance. Since it's such an open space, you probably want like a clear entrance to tell you where to enter from and where to go from there. So I added a little well, you cannot see now anymore, but I added like a drinks table. It just has like drinks that your guests can grab, and also a little chalkboard so your guests can check where they're seated, which I thought was a very nice detail. Now I'm making the dance floor, and I wanted to use the glass dance floor, but I hate how that dance floor looks over just grass, but because you can just see like the dirt down. So I made like a little, my idea was like a little reef kinda. So I added a bunch of plants with colorful flowers underneath and some blue wallpaper. It's nothing too fancy, but I think it looks pretty nice. So we're actually almost done with the build. At this point, I was just looking at what I could make better, some finishing touches, some borders so it wouldn't feel like too open, because you need some sort of guideline to where you can go and like to give to make the space feel more like real. I there's a bunch of lights in this build, and I really like how it looks at night. I'm not sure if I added screenshots of nighttime, but there's so many lights and it looks so pretty. And every area is well lit, so I think that turned out pretty nice. Now I'm adding more lights to the dance floor because it was looking a little bit dark. But we do change those lights to the ones from City Living. I had been using those lights all throughout the build, and I really liked them, but it was getting repetitive, and also they were a little bit too long for the size of the dance floor. Now, of course, we can't have a wedding without a bar, so I added a little bar area. I had a lot of trouble fitting this in because I remembered very late into the build that a bar was probably a good idea, but it did fit in this space really nicely. We do change it to one that's a bit more minimalistic. Yeah, that one. So we're almost done with this build, and thank you so much for watching. You can get this build in the gallery. Check the other builds for this challenge. There's gonna be a stream on Ninnister's channel on the 3rd of March showcasing all these builds. Bye bye.